I've got a golden ticket.
That's a winner!
Some MLB left for today. We got a little bit of action going on. I got my slip in. Hopefully we turn this 6-teamer into a winner tonight, David.
I am completely against his 6-team
That's mine, I
parlay, as
think.
I have the other side of one of his games on a rather large scale.
Yep.
I did bet the Cardinals today. I bet them yesterday. I
Well,
also bet Goldschmidt and Lars Nootbaar over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. So I will be hoping the Cardinals do well. I know
Damien's
Minnesota's
running good.
I know Minnesota's got their ace pitcher going today, but I believe he's somebody the Cardinals can hit and will hit. So Clemson John's going to be very aggravated with me at the end of the night when the Cardinals win the game comfortably.
Comfortably?
Wow. I would actually lay the Cardinals on the minus a 1.5 for the big juice. I might go in there and do that on the first
Wonder
break.
what the line is on that.
Pretty healthy.
I don't know what it would be, minus 1.5.
That's my lasagna.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, little food. What do we got? Delivery. Thank you. Got a little food delivery going on. What?
Yeah, I didn't know it would take them.
Is that Uber Eats or
no?
I mean, what do we got? We're inside DraftKings at Casino Queen. Who's brought it to you?
I went and ordered from one of the fine eating establishments inside of the DraftKings Casino Queen, and I ordered the lasagna. I did not realize it would take them 40 minutes to make. I got here and
that's because their special is the T-bone steak tonight, Damien.
Well,
it's not lasagna.
Lasagna sounds good. Hey, the lasagna always sounds good.
But I will tell you, if it's taken 40 minutes to make a lasagna, you can pretty much doggone well bet it's going to be a good quality lasagna.
Yeah.
Well,
because it's not something they're just.
Or it was frozen.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. It wasn't frozen. They made this from. They made this. This is going to be some good quality lasagna.
Well, do we need to go on break already so you can eat it?
I might just eat it in front of both of you.
That's not really a good plan, but okay.
I'm mean like that.
Well, I'm full. John and I ate before we got here.
Speaking of the full, have you been doing the working out religiously?
I have.
You have
twice a week.
Ooh,
wow, really?
Yeah. I mean, you can't tell.
Well, I know,
but I thought he got bigger, so I didn't. Okay. I thought I already won that wager.
I didn't say I was going to eat fantastic. I said I was going to work out. And yes, I have been continuing doing that twice a week for 20 minutes each time.
Well, that's depressing me. I only got 5 more weeks left before I lose that bet.
Yeah, you're going to lose.
We'll see.
I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I'll tell you the truth.
We'll see.
We'll see. That's my 2 favorite words.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Just to give you all a little, today is opening night for the NFL preseason. You have the Hall of Fame game in Canton between your Cleveland Browns and the Aaron Rodgers-less tonight New York Jets.
Yeah.
I also, as demented as I am, did bet that game. I bet a Jets over parlay, mostly because I believe the Jets have the 2 better quarterbacks in the game. And last year, every Jets preseason game went over the total. And in the 2 years that the Cleveland coach has been coaching, Stefanski, 5 of the 6 Cleveland games have gone over the total in the preseason. So I just decided I would go ahead and take a flyer on what seems to be pretty consistent. And total's 33.5 for me, so I went ahead and took a shot on the over.
Yeah, the Browns are making their 6th appearance in the Hall of Fame game.
Seems like
they'll actually see their famous offensive lineman, former first-round pick Joe Thomas.
He was
enshrined in the
very, very deserving member of the Hall of Fame. He was the best left tackle in the game for years.
Time's this game start?
I believe it starts at 7. I can't say that for all the people that go into the Hall of Fame anymore. I think the Hall of Fame's kind of getting watered down in baseball, especially. But whatever.
Yeah,
whatever.
Joe Thomas, the former Wisconsin Badger. The former Badger. They produced a lot of good offensive line.
Interesting story about Joe Thomas. They asked him when he was drafted, I believe it was 3rd overall by the Browns. They asked him to attend the draft night festivities. He said, "No, I'm going fishing." And that's what he did. He did not go to the NFL draft. He went fishing. Didn't even watch it, he said. He went fishing.
Wow.
You imagine somebody doing that now?
Yeah, I know. You can't even.
I mean, some players stay at home, have their own party at home, right?
Yeah, but he went fishing. He knew he was going to be one of the top picks in the NFL draft.
Somebody just let him know how much he was going to make,
Yeah,
where
I
he was
guess
going,
so.
and how much he was going to make.
You know, well, I'm sure he wasn't real excited to be drafted by Cleveland, but
Yeah.
But that was a long time ago, so
Yeah.
they didn't make as much money back then.
well, they still made a pretty healthy amount. But no, it's not like it is now.
Meanwhile, the Jets are selected to play in the Hall of Fame game for the first time since 1992. So it's been a long time.
I just can't wait to see football on TV.
Oh yeah.
What channel is it on? Anybody know?
Probably
probably think-
NBC or.
I
I'm
would-
just curious. 'Cause when we
would
get
ask-
out of here, I was,
I would actually
might just
think
stay
it was,
here.
I would actually think it would be ESPN.
yeah, I
Uh,
might
they
just
they
stay here and
usually
watch
they
it.
usually do the Hall of Fame festivities on ESPN, so I figure the game would be on ESPN. But not-
NBC.
oh, it is NBC.
Just a little reminder tomorrow on 590 The Fan. Evan Elder in studio.
Oh yeah.
Evan Elder in
Nice.
studio with Micah Mills tomorrow, 6 o'clock, right after Bernie Miklasz on 590 The Fan. Very excited to have Evan Elder talk about his recent UFC win. So just want to remind everybody of that. Let's talk a little props. Damien, we're on football.
All right, I did a little interesting, little research over the last couple weeks, and found some interesting things with NFL season-long prop bets. Things that actually kind of surprised me to how extreme some of these things are. Over the last 3 seasons, they put prop bets out for rushing touchdowns, passing yards, passing touchdowns, receiving yards, rushing yards, and receiving touchdowns. If you would just blanket bet every under on all of those, you would have won 2/3 of the bets.
Blindly bet
Just
what? Say that
blindly
again?
blanket bet
66%
the
win
under
percentage.
on every single one NFL season prop bet, you would win 66% of the time
Wow.
From what year to what year?
from the last 3 seasons in the
Oh,
NFL.
last 3
Wow. That's a
The-
lot
the-
of money.
The mo-
66% would have been winners on unders.
66.6%, literally 2/3 of the bets
On
and-
every single prop.
on every single prop. The
Oh,
most
on
the
the
most
props.
on the prop bets.
So that's like touchdown scored or what?
Everything.
The rushing, passing, receiving, for
Okay.
for those
That's
stats.
a lot of bets.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of bets, but I'm just saying
You
that's
have to
how
play every player's
if
prop.
you
Right.
played every prop bet of every player,
Almost impossible.
But
two-thirds
66%. I mean,
two-thirds of them have gone under.
that's really strong.
The most extreme one is rushing touchdowns.
Oh, okay. Let's define it a little. I like
But
that.
that's the most extreme one. Only 4 of the 17 prop bets have gone over for rushing touchdowns.
Wow.
The only one that's even reasonably close is receiving touchdowns, and it's 20 out of the 36 have gone under on receiving touchdowns. Like when I bet some of the season-long prop bets I bet earlier in the season or earlier in the year, I told you wide receivers were the safest ones to do for prop bets if you're going to play the over. Yeah, I generally wouldn't touch a quarterback, and I wouldn't, or a running back. Just for example, rushing yards for running backs, only 14 of the 40 have gone over. 14 and 26 for rushing yards for running backs. So it's just receiving yards for wide receivers. 33 out of 97 have gone over. So again, 1 out of 3. So these are, these are some very extreme things, as far as why you play the under on these season-long prop bets. Another thing, NFL season totals, they skew on the over. If you add up every season total in the NFL, it should come up to, to 272 for 17 games. I haven't quite added it up, but I believe it was like 287 when I was looking at them. I believe I added it once and it was 287. So that's 15 games over what it should be, which is 272. So, season totals will skew under almost every single time. So, everybody wants to bet their team over, and
Yeah, of course.
and it doesn't usually hit. I believe the totals were it was like 14 and 18 last year for overs.
Huh.
It wasn't it wasn't a great season for overs. So if you're going to you're going to blindly bet, I would tend to blindly bet the unders if you're just going to blindly bet things. I mean, there's a few teams I'm a diehard Steeler fan. I hate playing Pittsburgh over, but I probably will do it.
Speaking of that, how's your over in the baseball Pirates? 66.5.
It still looks pretty good. I mean, they're 10 games under 500 right now.
Okay.
It's not. I mean, they'd have to.
It's going to be closer than they should be.
They'd have to really collapse to not get to 67. My Braves winning the division looks like a mortal lock.
Yeah, it's a mortal lock.
My Mets under 95.5. That's a mortal lock.
Yeah,
I can wrap that up.
Yeah. You could take a cash out on that for 99.9%.
and the only one, Toronto looks like they're probably going to go about 88-74, which is 3 games under their total.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they hit a hot streak. It's possible, but I'm right. That one I may very well lose. And then obviously the Cardinals aren't going over. The Cardinals did make some trades.
Yeah, got a lot of prospects.
They got a lot of
rid
prospects.
of their team, but got a lot of prospects.
I don't really think that they really lost much, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, they lost guys that are expiring on contracts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the only real potential loss was Flaherty.
I'm so happy he's not here.
He hasn't been very. He's been injured for the last 3 seasons.
Right.
It's not like he's been very reliable. But Paul DeJong very replaceable at shortstop.
I think Flaherty with a fresh start can catch some fire.
Flaherty
had a nice start today in Toronto.
Very good
in Toronto
today.
That's a tough lineup to go into a new place with Baltimore.
Yeah.
Going on the road against the Blue Jays.
Is that final?
He did have an advantage. What
was the final score?
4-1.
He was pitching against Paul DeJong, so that was one easy out every couple innings.
That's true.
But
was Paul DeJong in that lineup?
I honestly don't know.
That's pretty funny.
I just felt like throwing shade at Paul DeJong, hitting 230.
That's pretty funny.
He had that one great year like 5 years ago, and he's been living off of it.
I don't blame him. If he can find people to pay him to play, why wouldn't he do it?
Yeah.
Well, I know. I'm just saying you can't blame him for.
I mean, the
fact
showing up.
Person, but
no.
Take the money, of course. But
people get
you're
mad.
Not performing.
Yeah.
But you're not performing.
The fact that the Cardinals even got a bag of baseballs for him, and I'm hoping. I wonder if the Cardinals got Toronto to eat his whole salary or the remainder of his salary.
What was he making? Do you know?
Yeah, he was making pretty decent. I believe it was in the 6 or 7 million range. But just I said
6-year, $26 million.
Okay, 4.5 million. It's 4.4 million a year.
Yeah, I said very, very, very replaceable. He was hitting 230 with 12 homers and 30 RBIs. He wasn't that great defensively.
4.37 a year, something like that. That's
he was batting .233 with 13 home runs and 32 RBIs in 81 games.
He's in the 4th year. He's in the 4th year of the 6-year deal, but the team has an option the next 2 seasons. Toronto's going to decline that option. So it's that contract's going to be completely pointless. The Blue Jays will have they have Bo Bichette to play shortstop, who's 10 times the player. You don't need Paul DeJong's $6 million salary the last 2 seasons.
Why'd they want him?
Huh?
Why'd they want him?
They won't. Paul DeJong will be a free agent next year, and he'll I seriously doubt he gets a $6 million contract in free agency next year.
Yeah, I do too.
He's not a.
Yeah, they didn't have much behind Bo Bichette. That short.
No, they didn't know how serious his injury was.
Yeah.
I don't know if he played today.
Well, I mean, he's in a better position for himself with Toronto than with the Cardinals, right? Well, only for the fact he's not starting every day.
Yeah.
Right? He's not starting, but I mean, he's with a better team, right?
Yeah, well,
better shot to go farther.
Yeah. He just won't be playing much.
Yeah. Well, would you? Okay, so
an insurance
would you would you rather play every day and be terrible with a terrible team, or have a chance of winning a World Series with a good team not playing every day?
Well, I mean, are you trying to make money potentially in the future?
Well, by him not playing, he has more potential to make more money in the future.
No, the point is,
well, really,
he's not going to put up any number. He's not going to put up any numbers. He's
not going to put up any bad numbers either.
Well, if you can't put up any good, but that's my point. Toronto's not going to sit. Toronto's just going to drop his ass at the end of the year, and we're not paying you. We're not paying you.
Okay, but I'm asking you a question. What would you rather?
I would rather take the shot at playing every day and see if I could, maybe get hot and have the team. I'd rather take a shot at playing and potentially making money. because he's gonna get none anyway in the future. So you might as well hope that you're playing.
Yeah, somebody will pick him up for $2 million a year, right?
No, that's what I mean. But he's not going to get 6.
No. But at this point, he's made some good money.
Maybe if he had a great month of September for the Cardinals, and he figured it out. He's back to his 2018 or 19 form, whichever year it was. He had the big year. Maybe you could argue to keep that contract, but now he's going to sit on the bench and play maybe once every 3 weeks. He's going to get about 30 more at bats for the rest of the season. He's not going to make any money.
Yeah.
Not that he deserves it at this point. But
all right, what tickets we got for tonight?
The old 6-teamer going.
Let's go. Going.
Brewers money line.
It's always going before it starts.
They seem to own Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's got their number 1 starter going in that game, but Milwaukee just seems to own the Pirates.
We got the Brewers money line. I moved the Yankees Astros total up to 11 to buy me a little insurance there.
I did play the over in that game myself. I believe it was 9. I played the over. The Houston pitcher's coming off of a no-hitter. The Yankees lineup with Aaron Judge coming back, it's gotten a lot deeper. They're hitting the ball better. I went ahead and took a shot at that game over 8.5.
Next one is Twins -1.
I'm on the other side of that game. Obviously, I told you I'm on the Cardinals.
Over 8 on the Cubs and the Reds. Moved it up, took the over.
The other prop bet I played today was I played Joey Votto over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. That was the other prop bet I played. I played that yesterday. He homered twice. He's starting to catch fire. His numbers are real low because he was hitting 180 going into the last 3 days. But Joey Votto is one of the 4 or 5 best hitters in baseball. He was coming off of an injury. He struggled all season long. I like the guy as a hitter. I believe he's starting to catch fire, and I believe you're going to have an extended hot streak from Joey Votto.
So what kind of price did you get?
-120 on over -1.5 runs and runs and RBIs.
All right.
I'll like pretty much every day I come down here, I'll probably be playing Joey Votto over his numbers, over that 1.5.
And that's always a minus number, huh?
Yesterday it was even money. I bet 150 to win 150 on it yesterday, and like I say, he homered twice and had 5 RBIs. And
once he gets to 2 points, you're good.
Yeah, once he gets it, if he has an RBI single, I win the bet.
Hits an RBI.
Yeah, I got it.
Hits, runs, RBIs.
Yeah, I got it.
I said the same thing with Goldschmidt and Lars Nootbaar for the Cardinals.
Lars, yeah. I like him.
Nootbaar's been on fire the last 2 weeks.
Tonight would have been a good night to go to the ballpark. It's pretty nice out tonight.
Actually, yeah.
A little overcast, right? For an August day.
Yeah.
Right. I try to stay away from the ballpark in August. September is usually when I go. May, June, September. I stay away from July and August at the ballpark. It's too hot.
Yeah, today would have been a good day for that. The weather's really nice out there. It's comfortable.
And you can get tickets for $3.
You can get tickets cheap.
You can get all inclusive for $8.
Yeah. You can get the green seats behind the plate for a solid $20 bill.
Hey, that's a good deal.
The Cardinals' attendance is lower than it has been in the last few years. Obviously, with the team struggling.
Will they still get $3 million?
No, they won't. But their TV ratings are actually the highest in Major League Baseball.
Well, I think a lot of people have it on in the background, right? Whatever they're doing.
Well, it's not like there's much else to do right now.
I mean, but when I'm mowing the lawn, if I'm mowing the lawn at night, I got it going on. While I'm mowing the lawn in my earbuds.
Well, no, I'm talking about the TV ratings.
Oh, TV ratings, yeah.
TV ratings.
Well, I don't know why that is. Like I said, I usually have the game on if I'm watching horse racer or something. I have the game on in the background. So I guess I get it. I don't know. I'm excited about football, John. Week 0 is only a couple weeks away, right?
August the 26th, I believe.
Yeah. So what's that? 3 weeks?
3 weeks from 3 weeks from Saturday.
3 weeks from Saturday.
Navy, Notre Dame.
Throw them a bone. We're asking for a bone.
Minnesota Twins.
I'm on the Cardinals just like I was last night. Here, bet the over in the Hall of Fame game.
I took the under in the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah. So you take what you want from that.
Oh, This is the year.
Oh, please don't get him started. Please don't get him
This
started.
is the year for these guys. Cade Klubnik's coming. No, terrible DJ's gone. He's gone to Oregon somewhere. He's on the Oregon Trail. Who, Cade? Yeah, well, they should have used last year to season him up a little.
We can probably
Get him
just
some
hang out for a
seasoning.
while. Sorry, everyone.
I know, but he should know. When he did that drive against Georgia Tech, when they brought him in the game and the last fourth quarter drive, it's like, wow, they're not going to be able to keep him off the field. Is what I said.
He's bragging about a Georgia Tech game. Georgia Tech went
No, it doesn't matter.
3-9
Doesn't
last
matter.
year.
Doesn't matter.
When he
Doesn't
came
matter.
in the first game last year,
Georgia Tech
and he
was
made
awful
that
last
drive
year.
against that nameless team, it doesn't matter. You could tell he was the best quarterback. What's that?
What? You guys both drank the Kool-Aid.
I don't
Seriously,
know, but
come
what?
on. He doesn't have Manziel vibes.
What do you mean? What do you mean by he doesn't? I know what he means. What do you mean?
Yeah,
Right.
I got you. Okay,
Yeah. I know. And Dabo got it wrong.
I got you.
He
Okay.
should have used last year to season him up. But,
Who,
Cleveland.
Baker Mayfield?
Deshaun? Oh, Baker. Baker Mayfield.
I
Terrible.
never liked Baker Mayfield.
I get it by how he looks. No. I get it. But, yeah, no, he's definitely got talent. Woo, boy. He's got talent.
He's
But,
he's better
Thank
than
you.
what he's
Thanks
better
for
than what
starting
they
this.
had.
Yeah, we don't know how much of that was because of the offensive coordinator and because of DJ. We don't know yet. I mean, we got Antonio. They got some guys in that receiving backfield. They got Antonio Williams and Bo Collins and yeah. But we got it. Somebody's got to step up. You're right though. Yeah. Somebody's.
I'm going to my first Clemson game.
Yeah, we're going to.
He's
the
taking
August,
me to the Florida State game.
the September 23rd.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I-
Deion,
I'll tell you the truth. I'm not going all the way to South Carolina to root for Florida State.
Oh yeah, he started it though. Deion started it.
What years were that? What years?
Oh, he was in the same draft as Barry Sanders.
Huh?
Yeah.
He was the he was
91?
89, I believe.
Yeah.
'Cause
Deion
I was trying to
Sanders
think
was-
is when I was in school too.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
Deion was picked right after Barry, if I remember.
God, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Man,
I believe Mandarich was the second pick that year, and then Barry
Mandarin?
Mandarich, Tony
Mandarich, yep.
steroid offensive lineman
yeah,
for
yeah.
Green Bay.
Uh-huh.
And then I believe Barry was third at Detroit, and then the
Yeah, you
fourth
got a
pick,
good
I believe,
memory.
was hopefully I'm right. And I
Well,
believe
you're
the fourth,
close if you're not
And I
right.
believe the fourth pick was Deion Sanders.
Yep. That was my earliest memory as a child at a Clemson Florida State game. The student section just yelling at Deion, and he points to the end zone before he takes the opening kickoff 97 yards that way. Yep. Took one step toward the front of the middle of the field, hit the sideline, see ya. Yep. Prime was gone.
He was something else.
That was before Clemson was good.
No, they were good. They were damn good in the 80s.
They were
Damn
good
good.
at the
You didn't come into
early
Death Valley in the
80s. They were
80s
good
and
in the
win.
So we talk
early
about
They were good in 88.
hey,
They were good
talk
in
about
88.
kick returners.
Yeah.
Devin Hester.
Yeah, he's one of the best. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's great. Yeah.
Devin Hester.
Yeah.
Where'd he go to college?
Miami.
Did he?
Yeah.
He was a one-trick pony, though.
Hey, is
But
that?
that
I'll tell you
trick
what.
was
If
pretty
you had
good.
one skill that could get you to the NFL and get you paid, are you okay with that?
What, have there been
Well,
any
you know,
since?
Not
I
like
can't
him.
find any returners.
They don't get to return it very often anymore.
Oh, that's true because they moved.
They moved it.
Up 5
They moved the
yards.
goalpost.
Yeah, they moved the goalposts.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of the kickoffs in the NFL.
Yeah. I like as a fan. I mean, I get you want to make it safer. I loved it when they came out of the end zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy that. To me, that's a big part of the game. That's no longer. I'm not gonna say no longer, but it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to come out of the end zone anymore. That 5 yards. You notice how many times they get stopped at the 20,
Yeah.
19, 18. It doesn't get to the 25 very often if you're coming out.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a different game. I mean, if you think about some of the guys that would catch interceptions and run them back. Ed Reed, Ed Reed caught a few interceptions and ran them back before.
Ed Reed.
Yeah. He caught one that Jets were trying to do a halfback pass to the end zone. I think it was Curtis Martin there in the mid 2000s for the Jets. Curtis Martin.
Yeah,
yeah.
he was with the Jets. Yeah.
So the Curtis Martin tried to throw it to the end zone, and they have a little NFL Films clip of Herm Edwards saying, "No, Ed's back there, Ed's back there, Ed's back there," and Curtis Martin threw the ball anyway. Ed Reed picks it off, and he's about 8 yards deep in the end zone, and he takes it 108 yards back to the other way. So it's funny. The old Ravens coach. Who was the Ravens coach when they won the Super Bowl? Who was that?
Harbaugh, same one.
No.
The first Super Bowl. Brian Billick. Yeah.
Billick.
So Billick's yelling from the sidelines, "No, Ed, no," like trying to run it back, because he wants them to down it. And as he gets to about the 30, the 40, the 50, he's saying, "Run, Ed, run."
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah. I want to go back and watch the original Hard Knocks.
Sure.
I definitely want to go do that.
Yeah. It's like the sequel you can never beat.
Yeah. It was the best one ever. I want to go. I might go back tonight, see if I can find it. Yeah. It's got me a little. I want to go see. I want to look that up. I want to see if we can look that up on YouTube.
I did watch a few things you told me to look up and watch, by the way.
Okay, like
that Diamonds movie.
Diamonds. Oh.
With Adam Sandler.
Oh, Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems.
And
weird movie.
Very strange. Yes, I'll go with that.
I'll watch it once in my life, but not twice.
Yeah, I think you'll pick up more if you watch it twice. I liked it better the second. I liked it the best.
The ending is horrible.
Really?
Horrible.
The ending was the best part.
I thought it was great.
It just ends.
It just
out of nowhere.
Well, yeah,
it just ends.
It's like
it just ends.
Well, since Damien told everybody, I guess we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just shoot him. Like he makes all the sports bets. Adam Sandler does, and he finally hits a big,
huge
$1 million parlay. Finally, and then the guy that he owes the money to comes in and shoots him dead
as he celebrated.
How? Like, that's so weird.
It could be any one of us.
I don't know, David.
I mean, we're not. I'm not betting $10,000 or $50,000 on a 18 prop parlay.
And he gave his woman he was having an affair with, the girl, like $50,000 or $100,000, and bought her a plane ticket to fly to the sports book to place the bet for him. I'm not doing that either. I'm not handing some girl.
Well, he couldn't do it himself.
Yeah,
it was option trust her. It was trust her. It was trust her or not make the bet.
Yeah, I'd wait for another bet.
I don't think so.
The NBA's not going to shut down. Yeah.
I think it was a great movie. I think you need to go back and watch it.
No, it was not a great.
I thought it was a great movie.
No.
Okay, so the other one.
It was average at best.
I disagree, but go ahead.
Have I watched the other? Oh, I was gonna watch the Mark Wahlberg one with.
That'll make you sick.
Mark Wahlberg and the
The Gambler.
The Gambler.
Yeah, that'll make you ill inside.
Somebody told me if you watch that stupid movie, I'll slap you in the back of the head.
No, it's just about a complete degenerate gambler.
They said he does stuff in there that just makes you say, "What is he doing?"
Right, that's my point. It'll make
How
you.
How stupid can he be?
That's the whole point.
That stuff.
No, it's the whole point. It's total degeneracy.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna go, I don't know, make up.
It's hard to watch.
I'm gonna go put $100,000 on, Northwestern to win the college football national championship. I can't watch people do that. Like, what are you doing? You want to slap them?
I don't know about that analogy, but I can see where you're going.
Yeah, I don't want to watch people be stupid.
Yeah.
Or like somebody shoving all in at the poker table without looking at their cards for 1,000. Like, that's
had
stupid.
that happen the other day.
Yeah,
I know, but
that's
stupid.
No, but that you even had a better shot at that than the stuff Mark Wahlberg was doing in that movie.
Yeah, well, that makes the movie even dumber to me.
Yeah, I think
he's doing stupid.
Watch it first, make your own choice. Spend 2 hours of your life. You'll be sick to your stomach. The stuff he does in there.
I got.
Did you watch Let It Ride yet?
No, not yet.
All right, we're getting there.
I'm a little more excited about that one.
That
was the 1989 horse movie.
That's the movie with Richard Dreyfuss, Jennifer Tilly,
Okay.
where Jennifer Tilly
Yeah.
looks amazing.
Okay. I'm excited to watch that one. I hadn't watched
And
it.
it's funny.
Yeah.
It's a D-Gen movie, but it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a comedy. It's funny.
I hadn't watched
And
it
it's
yet.
about the guy having the best day of his life at the racetrack. I mean, nobody has the best day of their life at the racetrack. I mean,
I thought you did.
well, I mean, I've had like of all the races and the days in my life, figure since I was 14 years old, okay? Me going on a consistent basis. I'm 52 years old. 38 years. Am I adding right? 14 years old, 38 years.
Okay.
Okay? I have spent several days of those days on gambling on horses, and I can remember under 10 times I walked away big winner. Big winner. Like thousands.
Yeah.
Now,
What'd you have to put up? What are you? putting
38
up?
years.
But what I'm saying, well, what are you putting up to win 1,000? Are you putting up 500?
Oh, I mean, like, there's many times I walked in a race book or wherever I was with $1,000 and left broke. And then my biggest scores have come off with less than a $200 investment in the day.
Wow.
But I've blown 500 to 1,000 a day,
Wow.
several days in a row.
Yeah.
Now, there's several days where I bring 500 to 1,000 with me and leave with 1,500, 1,200, $200, $300, $400, $500 wins, 700. A lot of those.
Yeah.
But big wins, thousands of dollars. Actually, my biggest score ever was the Derby when Medina Spirit won. That was my biggest score. But my biggest score before that, and David, our friend and friend of the show,
Yeah.
Mr. David Sanders.
Yeah. Hey,
He
David.
was a witness to my $1 pick 3. I hit a 9-to-1 shot, a 35-to-1 shot, and a 16-to-1 shot at Santa Anita.
Wow.
David, if you're watching, I know you remember this.
So that's 3 different races.
In a row. And I was very disappointed what it paid. The dollar ticket I don't remember exactly what the parlay paid. David, I'm sure you'll tell me what it should have paid. But I collected $6,700 on a $1 wager. But the $1 wager cost me $81. I bet one with all. It's not like I handicapped the 2. I handicapped the winner of the first race at 9-to-1. It was a 5-horse race. The longest shot on the board was 9-to-1, and I loved him, and he went wire to wire. And I did bet him to win flat. I had $100 to win on him flat, so I won $1,000. I won $900 there. But the $81 ticket got me back $6,700. And this is
Damn.
even better.
$8 ticket got you $6,700.
$81 ticket.
81. Okay.
So, okay. And the next day, I was meeting my father. I used to meet my father for a week in Vegas every year. This was the night before I was getting the first flight out in the morning to Vegas.
Wow.
So I actually went home after I won, cashed, left some money at home, put $5,000 in my pocket, right?
Yeah.
Wait. And then I went straight to the airport and decided I couldn't wait till the first flight out in the morning. I had to catch like a 7:00 in the evening flight to Vegas. So I got there a night early before my dad.
Yeah.
And I actually won the night before, but I couldn't wait.
Yeah.
Till the morning. That's how bad that was. I think I brought like $4,500 with me. They took some taxes out. I forgot what they took out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's different now. It's different how they do it now. But so that was my biggest score up till Medina Spirit.
What year did Medina Spirit win?
I can't remember.
2000?
It's got to be 19, 20, somewhere around
Huh?
there. Yeah. 2019,
2019 or
2020.
20?
I can't remember. But
Yeah.
I picked
12-1 Medina Spirit.
I got him at 25-1. I pre-bet him.
Wow.
I
what a luck
future
box.
bet. I future bet at 25-1.
What a luck box.
And the horse that ran second was Mandaloon, something, I don't know. Anyway, that horse was 26-1, and I had the exacta. I had the exacta several times. I gave out sheets of paper 1, 2, 3, 4 in the Derby that year, and it came in 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll never happen again the rest of my life,
Wow.
ever.
Obviously, he didn't bet the superfecta on it.
I did not, and that would have got me back. I think
Mandolin
Mandolin.
ran second.
Yeah, yeah. Was that just
Hot Rod Charlie,
Yeah, Hot Rod Charlie ran third, right?
Yep.
And Exclusive Quality ran fourth.
Central Quality.
Essential Quality ran fourth. Yeah. So yeah, that was a good year. That was my best Derby ever.
Who was the favorite?
Essential Quality.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hot Rod Charlie was 3-1, I think, or maybe 4-1. Here, David's taking it. Good evening, all. See, you are watching, and Medina Spirit crossed the wire first in 2021, so it was recent, 2 years ago. Wow, was that really?
That's what
Yeah.
happens when you get older.
Yeah.
You get-
2021.
Can't even remember when I won. It's so far and few between. So I only had a couple other Derby winners in my life that I've picked, and Real Quiet. David, if you remember what year Real Quiet won, he was 8-1. I think he went off at 8-1. Indian Charlie was the favorite that year. He ran third. I had a huge exacta box. I ran first and third that year. I had a huge exacta box. I had a $50 exacta box, Real Quiet, and Indian Charlie. Indian Charlie ran third that year. That was a very disappointing Derby. But I did have 100 to win in place on Real Quiet at 8-1 that year.
1998.
1998. I could have told you that because I remember exactly when that was. And I'll Have Another was my.
He was a bargain basement colt.
Yep. So I'll Have Another. Look up I'll Have Another. Was the only. What were the odds on I'll Have Another? That's the only other one I've ever picked in my life. I've only picked 3 Derby winners. In my life. Yeah. I ran second and third. This last year.
15-1. Does that sound right?
Yeah,
For I'll
right.
Have Another.
Yeah. Right around.
Let's
I don't know
see.
how we got on horse racing. but-
2012.
2012.
Yeah, I'll have another.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhere around there. It's hard for it. I bet every year all the big races, and I bet 5 days a week. I mean, it's like I can't remember everything.
Yeah.
I have one horse guy named Danny Forney. He's not alive anymore. But Danny Forney, I met him when I was 12 years old at the racetrack. All these old guys, sir, would you make a bet for me? Sir, would you make a bet for me? Sir, would you make a bet for me? Get out of here, kid. I shoved at Danny Forney. Remember Danny Forney? He used to play poker every day
Okay, now,
and come to the horse track today, poker 7 days a week at night.
really?
Right? Yeah. What a great. This guy had many stories, but anybody who knows Danny Forney. So I walk into this guy. I don't know. I mean, Danny and I have known. He passed away a couple years ago, but anyway.
You've known him for a long time?
Oh yeah. I mean,
Okay.
40 years.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh no,
30
35,
years.
36 years, right? But I was 12 years old. I'm walking around with my friend, Randy Berger, in
Right.
the grandstand. Our parents are in the clubhouse or whatever.
Yeah.
And we walk into this guy. We need somebody to make a bet for us.
Yeah.
We could have had our parents do it, but whatever.
But
he
you're
goes-
not 18.
So you had to be. I think 16. They let us
16,
start
okay.
betting. So we walk in. I go, sir, did you make a bet for us? He goes, sure, kid. Who do you like? Yeah. So yeah, that's how I met Mr. Danny Forney. But
That was the start of a long relationship.
I want to tell you the feeling I had the first time I ever walked in the racetrack. It was like it was like taking whatever drugs would feel like. At 12 years old, I knew what drugs felt like.
Yep.
First time I ever went, I felt it in my body. I felt it come over my body like I want to live here. You ever felt that way about anything, Damien?
No.
Pretty strong.
Really? I'm sorry.
That's pretty strong.
You've never felt that kind of passion for anything?
No.
Wow.
Pretty
Eh.
strong.
Sorry. Right. How about you? Obviously you.
I like
Him
my
and
Clemson
Clemson
guys,
football.
you know.
Well, that's what I mean.
I like my Clemson stuff.
I think that's more delusion, though.
Well, the first question answer should have been out of our mouth is our children and our spouses, but
It's different. That's
It's different.
It's not things.
things. Well, yeah. My passion, horse racing, I still have that feeling every day when I go to the track. Doesn't matter what track I go to or bet on. Yeah. Still gets me that excited to go.
I've been to the horse racing track. It does nothing for me.
Well, who asked you?
Zero. Zero.
Oh, wait. Oh, David knows Danny. He
By,
says,
by the way,
okay.
the Yankees hit a 2-run homer in the first. They're up 2-0.
Oh,
wow.
this is funny.
Wow,
So
really?
David Sanders says Danny Forney, the guy I was talking about.
Yeah.
Danny Forney bet on Mike Dukakis to win the 1988 presidential election. I wonder what those odds were.
For those of you that don't realize, Bush absolutely blew him out. in
Yeah,
the
right.
Electoral
But what were the? It had to be. I'm
Oh,
curious. Was there even a
Oh,
line?
I didn't even know they took up bets for that.
Well,
back then.
Danny would bet anything,
Yeah.
anything at any time. That's
Uh,
funny, David. How did
good-
you, David? First of all, you got to tell me how you knew that.
Good news for my esteemed friends here. The Brewers did also score.
Oh,
twice in
Riffy's
the first.
Riffy's tuning in.
Brewers scored
Riffy's tuning in.
2-1.
Hey,
2-1.
Riffy is tuning in also. Hey, Mr. Riffy. Yes, he was a great man. He was. He was entertaining to say the least. He's the one that got me. He told me he was a master at turning money into shit. So
Really?
yeah. So that was his favorite line. He did what he did for a living was turn money into shit. So yeah, can I say that?
I guess you just did.
Oh, David. I asked how he knew that he bet Dukakis, right?
Yeah.
He says because he blamed David for the bet. That's funny. Do you know, David? Do you know the odds? You know what the odds were? I'm curious.
No, it's DUKA.
Yes.
Yeah. Dukakis.
Butchering it.
Yeah, I'm curious. That's a sick bet.
1988.
You talk about, like you said, you hate to see people throw away their money.
That's pretty rough. Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, Bush was a huge favorite.
Well, Dukakis actually, I believe, was favored at some point in that election, and then Dukakis got crushed with the. There was a convicted rapist that he let out of prison that committed a murder or
God,
something.
you have a really good memory.
And
So does David.
and
My memory's not that good.
Anyway, the Dukakis had no answers for that. And,
David doesn't remember the odds, but he knows he used a bookie. Well, yeah, I mean, you would have had to go to Vegas to make that bet, right?
Right.
If it was
1988. Yeah.
1988. We can't find any odds on.
I don't
See,
see
I just goes to show you there's a little.
Dukakis led that. He did lead after the Democratic convention, and then, like I said, when after the murder or whatever of the prisoner that he let out, he was done.
David, do you remember anything what Damien's talking about? David is a wealth of knowledge. What do you got going on there?
Can't find any odds on old Dukakis.
How are we doing on your ticket? Has it started yet?
Just started.
Okay.
Yeah, it's real so early. I got the Brewers. They're up.
They're up 2-1.
I got the under on the Yankees just real early. It's 2-0. Cardinals hadn't started
Cardinals
yet.
start
Damien,
5 minutes.
David says you are correct.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, about the story.
I was like 14 or 15 years old. I believe I was taking my first American history college politics class.
I was a senior in high school.
My junior year of high school, I was taking that, and and that was something that was an area that always kind of fascinated me. I did very well in those particular subjects.
Yeah.
So
I didn't. We skipped school to go to the racetrack. We called them double shifts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
skipped
back
world
then,
history class to go buy baseball cards on eBay.
well, that makes much more sense than skipping school to go to the racetrack.
I had a world,
I'd be okay with that if
I-
my kid told me that.
I had a world history class my senior year. The teacher literally threw me out of class on the second day of class.
Oh.
He told me to never show up for the class because I corrected him like 6 times in the first 2 days.
See that?
He was the football coach, but he was the dumbest teacher that they had. And I literally corrected him 6 times in the first 2 days of class. He literally told me, he said, "I do not want you in my class." He says, he asked me, he said, "What student is close to you? What student has a locker close to you?" I told who had, and I will tell her to tell you when to come in and take the test. You are to come in, take the test, and leave. And I missed one question all semester. Literally, I missed one question all semester. And on the semester exam, he gave us 33 points. He gave us 33 questions. Each one was worth 3 points. You got 1 point for spelling your name right. Yes.
Wow.
I go look at the test results. I got a 99.
Wow. You got your name wrong?
I guess.
I knew that was coming.
That man was not going to give me an A+.
Damien, so here, read this. It was the Willie Horton commercial that buried Dukakis.
Yeah, that's it, Willie. I
Willie
couldn't.
Horton. Who
Yeah,
is that?
that was the murderer.
Oh,
I could not quite remember the guy's name, but I said that's a long time ago. That's a great job by
David?
Dave there to come up with that. Thank you very much.
I've only done one presidential bet in my life. It was,
Trump?
No.
Oh.
Yes, but it wasn't for the overall. It was him to win a state that no Democrat has won since 1980.
What was the line?
Minus 200.
That's all it was? Wow.
Yeah, no Democrat has won this state since 1980.
Yeah, but I mean, minus 200 is not bad.
You know what state it was?
South Carolina.
Texas, maybe.
The Dems ain't winning South Carolina. I didn't think that nobody thought they were winning this state either. A water main happened. A water main break.
I mean, you got me.
The old famous water main break.
Yan-
David, help them out.
Yankees 3-0.
David, help them out.
By the
Water
way,
main.
David, help us out with the water main break.
Yeah. There was a water main break that it disturbed the election.
Oh, okay.
The voting. The day of the voting.
Ah,
There was
I
a
got you.
huge water main break in the biggest city
Is that
in the
when
state.
you? So when you saw that, you went and bet it?
No, I had the bet placed before that. You had to place it before then.
Okay.
You're not getting to place the bet at 6 p.m. on voting night, David. Come on, buddy.
I've never bet an election
I've
before.
bet one.
You know, I will say this though. Whoever you voted for, I know a lot of poker players that made a lot of money betting Trump to win the election the year that he won.
Right, yeah.
They
Yeah.
pounded, and he was a big
Underdog.
and they pounded him. And I'm not talking like $500. There was many of thousands of dollars bet on Trump to win that election. And all I know is they were touting it for months, and it came to, I couldn't believe it. And yeah, they made a lot of poker players, big limit poker players, made a lot of money that year betting Trump to win. I mean, whatever the bet is, right?
Yep. The state was Georgia on
Georgia.
my mind.
Georgia on my mind. My daughter's middle name.
Yeah.
I should have got
The only reason they won in 1980 is because Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter.
that. Jimmy Carter. Yeah.
That was one of the few states Carter won in that election.
So, yeah, I mean, pardon me for thinking that's a sure lock. So, yeah, that would suck.
Well, I mean, it just goes to show you can find anything to bet at any time.
Oh, yeah, especially now more than ever.
I'm going to get into some NASCAR.
NASCAR's too hard.
Yeah,
This is how
but
you
you
have
can
to
get
do
some
NASCAR.
great odds.
Yes, I know, but it's like the horses. It's like a 40 race horse field. Of course you're
Well,
going
it's
to
like
get
betting
good
golf.
odds. Yeah, it's like golf.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
of course
like
you're going to
golf.
get great odds.
Yeah.
But what you have to do is you have to put 40 names in a hat. Everybody draws.
Is that
the
how
name
we
out of the
handicap?
hat.
Is that how we handicap now?
No, it's just what we used to do when people used to watch NASCAR. They don't watch it anymore. Even back home in the South, they don't watch it.
Really?
Nah, nobody watches it anymore.
So we have one coming here. I think in the next 3-4 weeks. The Bommarito 500 at
Yeah.
Gateway.
They just don't have the drivers.
We're gonna.
They used to have the.
I
famous
should be able to get
drivers.
us tickets to that. Hopefully, would you go?
I don't know. Maybe.
I've never been to one. I've
When
always
is it?
wanted to- It's at the end of the month or something like
What
that.
day of the
I'll
week?
find out.
Okay.
I'll find out. Let's
Well,
look
I'm
it
sure
up.
it's a Saturday or a Sunday.
Oh, if it's a Saturday, you can take.
No,
the
it's a
word-
Sunday. Always the NASCAR races.
Oh, it's
are
on Sunday? Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, they got that little minor league race on Saturday.
yeah,
or
but
it
I mean,
used
I
to.
just want to go to the Sunday one.
Well, let's get into some week 0 after we take a break.
Yeah, let's take a
guys.
break.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna take a
Take
break.
a quick little break, and we'll be back in 2 minutes, guys.
That's fun. We back?
And we're back here live at DraftKings at Casino Queen. And let's get a little baseball update, see what's going on with the baseball bets that we have going on now.
The Astros have second and third with nobody out in the top of the second. Nope, we got a strikeout. Second and third, one out.
So the under's not looking good in that game.
Well, I bet the over, so
In what game?
the Yankees.
Yankees and Astros.
What do you mean it doesn't? It's
Milwaukee-
only 3-0.
Milwaukee's up 4-1.
It's top of the second, bottom of the second, or what is it in the Yankees again? It was
Top of the
top of the
second.
second. They got second and third with no outs, David.
One
They
out.
just
Yeah.
won out.
It's early.
Milwaukee's up 4-1.
We've been through this before. It's
Not
early.
this, though. I don't got a good feeling about this.
Minnesota did not score in the first.
Oh, okay.
We got any live action we can get on?
There's plenty. It just depends on if you want to get on it or not.
Well, I'm loading it right now.
But
Let's see what we got. The Jets Browns over unders 34.5.
you already got it.
I do have
Yeah,
that,
Your
but
parlay.
I'm thinking
I
about
got 33.5 when I
Yeah,
played
put it in another parlay.
that's what I'm doing here. Let's see what we're gonna put. I may do some. I don't want to do player props on the.
Why
Hall
are
of
you
Fame.
listening to him?
Well, I will tell you this. We have had some nice hits on this week. On
I don't think there are any player props, by the way. It's now
John,
3. It's now 3-1.
I've
by
had
the
3
way.
nice parlays this week.
3-1. Yeah.
I've had a 4-teamer and 2 3-teamers hit this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David's ran $20 up to a few hundred.
Yeah. So we still were not negative in the account.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yep.
still have play money.
Yep.
We took a little hit today, even though I won a little bit. We took a little hit with the ponies today.
It's now 5-1 Brewers.
5-1 Brewers. We didn't use that in the parlay, did we, John?
Brewers.
I think he has
probably.
the over in the. I think. Oh, yeah, he took Milwaukee.
I took Milwaukee money line in this one,
Yeah,
but I got the
they're
under
5-1.
11 on the Yankees. 11's a lot of runs. I need them to get through this stretch where they're just killing the ball. I take a terrible beat.
Oh, it is 3-2.
night.
Astros just scored 2.
Yeah, I know.
Ugh.
David. It was
Ugh.
second and third with no out, David. I told you.
Ah,
Well, I got over 8.5.
Tell him.
So
you look
Surprise.
You look really good there.
well, we'll see. It ain't over.
The under moved
it
to
ain't
12.
over till it's
The
over.
over under is 12.5.
Sure
now.
it is. They have 5 runs through 1.5 innings.
Yeah.
Yeah. I take a terrible beat last night. Was it the Padres-Rockies game out west? The Rockies under 12.5, and they finish at 13.
Yeah, the worst part about that.
That was
for 'em to
brutal. They
get-
scored 2 in the ninth and 1 in the bottom of the ninth.
Oh no, it was even worse than that.
Oh, there was one. Wednesday was worse.
Wednesday was worse. Oh, that's the one I
Wednesday was the
thinking of.
worst beat.
It was 4-1, I think, going into the ninth, and
Yeah, and
They
the
scored
Padres scored
8
seven
runs or 7
runs in the top of the ninth yesterday.
By the bad news for me, Newt Bar strikes out for the Cardinals to lead off the game. So,
Yeah, you got that whole game though.
oh yeah.
Whole game.
Goldschmidt grounds out the
David
first.
just sent that to me.
So
I remember. I couldn't believe I lost that, David. That minus 200 Trump to win Georgia bet.
David just sent the article.
Yeah. A dang water main breaks, you know?
That's terrible.
Oh, my.
Oh my God. But
gosh.
brutal.
Yeah, they hadn't won in 40 years. Let me bet it they'll win. Crazy. Still don't understand.
And it says, Matt, good evening, Matt. What's going on, Matt? Looks like the Angels are going to keep Ohtani, which I think is a huge
yeah.
mistake.
Yeah,
That's
why?
what it says. Why do you think it's a huge mistake? We want to know.
Yeah.
We want to know. The inquiring minds want
He must
to
think
know.
they have no shot in the playoffs.
I believe that Ohtani's agent told the Angels if they trade him, they have no shot at getting him back in free agency.
Yeah, I could see that. So maybe, okay, that's a good, interesting point, Damien. Maybe they're making a play at him long term. Maybe they want to go after him in free agency. I can imagine if you're Ohtani, you may not want to be traded at the end of the year before your contract expires.
What's he going to get?
He's going to get whatever the max of the max of the max is.
That's true. Whatever that is.
Yeah, there's no salary cap. In
All right, we
baseball.
got the Reds are plus 134 against Cubs tonight. I kind of like the Reds a little bit. Luke
Yeah,
Weaver?
I don't like that game at all.
No?
But, yeah, I mean, you take whatever you want.
Well,
I
the
just-
over-under's 10. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's because they've scored 137 runs the last 2 games.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
bunch of runs between them two.
We're going to take the under in that game.
You're going to flip it around, huh?
I am.
He's going to say, stop the scoring here.
I am.
It's got to end somewhere, David says.
Well, we're going to find out.
Yep, you going to parlay it with the Hall of Fame under?
No, I'm going to. I took the Reds plus 134 and the under 10.
Reds plus 134.
Same game parlay.
Yep, Matt thinks they're dead in the playoffs. Dead. Yeah, I mean, could be. Maybe they're making a play for him long term, like Damian said.
So there it is. Reds plus 134, under 10. About to hit the accept.
Just a 2-teamer?
2-teamer. Same game parlay. It's official. It's locked in.
Reds and what?
Reds to win the game.
Okay.
And under 10.
Oh, okay. All right.
What do you got here, Riffy? What'd you send me? What'd you send me? You what? You got the Cubs to win the division at plus 390. Okay.
Oh, okay. I guess that division is wide
I think
open.
they're only
I
5.
guess.
I think they're only 5 or 6 back right now.
All right, Riffy. Well, I can't root for you tonight, but I'll root for you every other night. That's funny.
Yeah, looks like the
they're
Scubs
only-
are 3
Only
games
3
back.
back.
Ah,
And
I like it.
they're making a run. They beat the Reds the
I
last
like
2
that,
nights,
Riff.
I guess.
Riffy, hey, we need
Put
to
up
know.
a 20 ball
Wait a
on them
second.
last night. the
Are
Cubs
we
did.
going to Ellis Park on Sunday? I don't know. John, I, and Riffy, we've been talking about going to Ellis Park
Guess that's
in
up to
Henderson,
you guys.
Kentucky for the day. I'm going to have to look up the weather and see if the weather. That's a big factor whether I want to go. I don't want to go if it's raining.
Well,
It's not as much fun.
I know.
I don't care if it's hot. But you'll like Ellis. You'll enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll love it. Do you like horse racing?
Yeah, but I mean, it makes me want to go to Churchill. You know,
Well, we're going to go there also.
I get it, but anything else is just uncivilized. That's
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Which Churchill Downs people, they think they are very civilized for sure.
That's
So
funny.
anything else is just uncivilized.
That's very funny. All right, we're going Sunday. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ellis
Yeah.
Park.
Yeah. Yep.
Henderson, Kentucky. Ellis Park. Little horse racing action. Are you in?
Sunday.
We're
We'll be
All
there.
right. I'll pick you up at 9. Bus leaves at 9.
Bus. I'm not driving a bus, David.
I got my Class E.
I'm not.
Yeah,
well,
I can drive the bus.
I'm not riding on a bus.
Yeah.
I've rode on a Greyhound bus once in my life.
Anywhere
Never
where
again.
anywhere where there's gambling, we're going.
Yeah,
We're in.
yeah. Yeah.
Can you
He
bet-
Says
can
I'm
you
gonna
bet-
love Ellis
Can you
Park.
bet sports
I don't know.
legally in South Carolina?
No, you can't do anything in the Bible Belt, David. Hey, you get Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, you can't even breathe, man. No shot.
You can't
No
even
shit.
bet it in Missouri.
Yeah. Well, Missouri's
Oh,
different.
it's good stuff.
Yeah, you get Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, you can hang it up, David. You're not making a bet on nothing.
That's funny.
But you can go buy a lottery ticket.
See, you can gamble.
Yeah. I'm not spending $1 on that.
How did they get that one through?
I don't know. You know, it's I don't know. They don't even have poker machines in South Carolina, like machines.
Yeah.
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 You know,
Yeah.
they don't even have those. But yeah, Cubbies 3 games back. Looking to go 2 games back if they can beat the Reds tonight. 2 games back for the Scubs.
For the what?
2 games back.
Are you gonna drink your water,
They win tonight.
Damien?
Yeah.
I'm eyeing that
Go
water.
ahead, you can have
You
it.
sure? We'll get you another one. I'm parched. A little parched.
Yeah.
A little
Well,
parched today.
Have at it, David.
You know why I'm a little parched?
Yeah.
That's what fried chicken does to me.
Oh.
I had a little fried chicken. See, that's not on my diet, but I worked out this morning,
Ooh,
so I feel
yeah.
That's the first time I've
Yeah,
had
we're
fried chicken in a long
Taking
time.
a little break in the diet world, it seems like.
John is hilarious in the diet. I ordered. What did you order?
Well,
No,
I
no,
don't
that's
eat salmon because it's healthy. I eat it because I like it.
Okay, well, let's go this morning. I said, we want to meet for lunch.
Yeah, I had some salmon and some bread pudding.
Right.
The
So he says, I'm
Twins just
trying
hit
to
a
eat
two-run
healthier.
homer, by the way.
Wow.
What? Oh, yeah. There's the Twins.
The Twinkies with
Twinkies.
a 2-run
So John
homer.
says, I want to eat a little healthier, right?
Yeah.
So he orders the salmon.
Now, I didn't
And then
say
he gets, yes, you said you're trying to eat a little healthier.
No,
That's exactly
I
what
said
you said.
it'll be a little healthy.
Okay, my
I'm not
misunderstood.
eating because it's healthy.
But then he eyed the bread pudding and got crab cakes.
Yeah.
Those are not healthy.
I'm not on the health diet yet. I was there about 8 months ago. I'm taking a little sabbatical, David.
A sabbatical.
Taking a little sabbatical.
This is good stuff.
But
This is good stuff. All right. Well, the Twinkies, right? They're
Yeah.
up 2-0.
Twinkies are up 2-0.
Yeah, that's not good for you.
I don't know if the Cardinals are
Nope.
going to get 3 runs. That might be enough to win it.
Might be Arenado's not playing.
Oh, Arenado not in the lineup tonight either. Yeah, that
Well-
might be enough to do it. 2-0 Twinkies.
Hey, did that game kick off yet?
The
I'm trying to.
NFL game.
Yeah,
7:02. I don't think so. Why, you trying to get another bet in?
I am.
Well, hurry up.
Play the over.
You can get it in live.
I already have the under though.
Yeah.
I
You
don't-
can get it in live.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get to a little week 0 stuff,
Yeah, let's do that.
guys.
What do you got?
It's going to be hard for me to take Notre Dame to win any game by 21 points. They are minus 20.5 against the Naval Academy. Minus 20.5.
Do remember that they did get Sam Hartman, who is pretty excellent at quarterback. Immediate
Yeah.
upgrade at quarterback.
Yep.
Kid from Wake Forest I think he has every Wake Forest passing record there is in
Yeah.
existence.
Yep.
And he decided to go to transfer to Notre Dame. He's a tremendous upgrade at quarterback for the Irish.
Yep.
But
It's funny, Tommy Rees goes
20
out
and
and
a half
recruits
is a
him.
lot.
And then Tommy Rees, the old OC at Notre Dame, goes to Alabama, and now Alabama does not have a quarterback really.
We are full-fledged preseason NFL next Thursday.
Yeah, I
before
think they
then.
pretty much have a full slate
No,
next week.
August 10th,
Oh,
a week from today.
is there any games in between then?
No,
Oh,
I think
okay.
they're like 10th and 11th.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I love it.
There's not much else on
Thursday,
the week
Friday,
0.
Saturday, Sunday, preseason. All
next
week.
weekend.
All next week.
Yeah, nothing between now and then.
No, but we'll have plenty to talk about.
Yeah, but not much left on the week 0 slate though, guys. It's
No, week 0's.
it's
no,
that
it's
Navy,
Notre
Notre
Dame,
Dame,
Navy,
and
and
Ireland,
then a couple of
it's
dogs.
UTEP and Jacksonville State. Any idea where Jacksonville State is located?
I believe it's Arkansas.
At David?
I don't know.
Alabama.
Okay.
Alabama.
I was going to go with whatever he said.
Okay. Their mascot, the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State. UMass, New Mexico. That's
Here's what I
terrible.
wanted to tell you. My daughter,
Okay.
my
all right.
daughter has asked me, she wants to go to Mizzou,
Okay.
and she's going to be a senior in high school this year.
Okay.
I had lunch with my daughter yesterday.
Okay.
So I want to tell you, this is guess who is playing a homecoming? We're gonna go. We're gonna go to homecoming for Mizzou this year. Who are they playing? You got to guess.
Oh, South Carolina.
There they are, South Carolina. So even more reason,
Well, I hope they win.
even more reason to root for Mizzou.
I hope Mizzou wins. I usually do root for Mizzou. I
Yep.
do.
Well, I'll be a big Mizzou fan once my daughter goes there, wherever she goes. But I'm hoping she goes to Mizzou because I want to get all the shirts and the hoodies and I'll be the Mizzou dad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be that guy.
Well.
I'm a big fan of watching.
I can't
them
get a
lose.
Clemson shirt. I might as well wear a Mizzou one. No, but I'm looking forward to going to games.
Yeah.
I'll go up there for the games. That's going to be exciting. I haven't been to a first college game with you. I haven't been since the early 90s.
Yep.
It's the last time I've been to a college football
I've been
game.
to a couple. Mizzou's not really a college football experience.
What?
It's not.
Come on.
Mm,
It's not.
I've
Okay.
I would have to think maybe Vanderbilt would be the only place worse in the SEC to go to a college game.
You may
See if
be
you can
right,
pull up the
David.
Hall of Fame game.
I-
I can't pull it up.
Now 4-0 Twins, by the way.
Oh, 4-0 Twins. Ugh.
Liberatore, is he still in there?
Liberatore
Yeah,
is getting
He's serving up
tore
batting
up.
practice.
Liberatore is getting tore up.
But yeah, it's
Live betting. You have to go under live betting.
Oh, because it already started. Okay. All right.
Mizzou is pretty. I would. There isn't another SEC. I'd rather go to any other SEC school to watch a game other than Vanderbilt than Missouri.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't think of
Any
another one that may be
other
one that may be worse than Mizzou other than Vanderbilt. It's not Arkansas,
No. Not Alabama, not Auburn, not LSU.
not Ole Miss or Mississippi.
Cincinnati.
You know,
1-0.
I would put Cincinnati one. Okay. All right. Well, as you say, David, it's early.
We'll see.
A lot of time left.
Yeah, but I'd rather be in the lead than not.
I think Ole Miss, Mississippi
Pretty-
State.
I
no.
make
That's
some
what
really-
you say when you're behind. You're like, there's a lot of time left. Then he takes a 1-0 lead. He's like, look at this.
That must have been a leadoff
Hey,
home run.
what are you
for the
gonna do?
Reds.
It's like when you really want to buy something at the store and it's like $99.99. They're like, oh, it's less than $100. But when you don't want to buy it, you're like, oh, that thing's $100. I'm not buying that.
Yeah, De La Cruz hits a home run for the Reds to lead off the game.
Yeah,
They're
Ellie,
absolute
De
all-star
La
rookie.
Cruz.
I wanted to see after the first inning. I want to be like 3-0, 3-0 Reds, and then no more scoring.
Yeah, but I would put Mississippi State below them. That's maybe it. I would. Yeah,
I'd probably rather go to Mississippi State from what I've heard.
Too, just because of more tradition, maybe.
Yeah,
I can't
I've
put
been to a
Mississippi
game.
State
I've
below
been to a
Mizzou.
game at Mizzou.
Right.
Blah.
Yeah.
I will tell you, like I went. I when they were in the big
Big 12.
big
12.
It was Big 12. I went and saw Mizzou and Nebraska play. There were more Nebraska fans than Mizzou fans. Nebraska had like a home field advantage in that game.
Yeah.
And then I went and saw Mizzou play. Oh, who the heck was it? A few years ago. Again, the atmosphere just isn't the same as it would be down south. It's just not.
Right.
It's not even close. Mizzou's pathetic. It's pathetic. It's an embarrassment compared to the rest of the SEC. Vanderbilt at least has an excuse to have nobody at their games.
Vandy.
Yeah, they're all more worried about academics.
Yeah, I mean,
Miz-
it's not.
Mizzou's got
So if you
nothing.
look at Mizzou versus the rest of the, let's say SEC, pro sports is what's important around here. It's a pro sports.
Well, Mizzou's
area.
in the middle of nowhere. It's
Yeah, that has nothing to do with
it's halfway between St. Louis and Kansas City.
You know what else is in the middle of nowhere? Lots of schools in the southeast.
Exactly, but that's what
Clemson's in the middle of nowhere.
but those schools, that's what they live for.
Right. So
Mizzou
it's a
does
pro
not
sport.
live for college football.
You're right.
Mizzou does not live for college basketball. Mizzou don't live for anything.
This corridor between St. Louis and Kansas City does not live for college football. You're right.
No,
And that hurts it. I mean, it does. But on the flip side, I like to see them do good. So hopefully, people will start paying more attention to it and enjoying it a little bit more.
Well, let's see. I could go to Mizzou, or I could go to Georgia, or I could go to
Yeah, but that's a long way away.
Alabama.
It's a
or
long
I
way
could-
away.
Yeah. Well, who's going to choose Mizzou over Georgia or Alabama or LSU or Texas A&M or now Texas and Oklahoma? Mizzou's not going to get those elite athletes. They're just not.
Yeah, I mean, I get the elite athlete part, but
Check the chat.
the thing about it is, if you have great player development and great coaching, then you don't need the 5-star athletes as much. I mean, you just don't. You know how many top 5 recruiting classes Clemson has had in the last 12 years?
They have had some.
Or number one? I mean, you know how many number 1 recruiting classes they've had in the last, 15 years probably. David?
I don't know. 1.
0.
0. Okay, I was close.
They've never had a number 1 recruiting class.
They're not
In the
going
last-
to.
in Dabo
But they
Swinney's
have
era.
top 5 recruiting classes. They've had multiple top 5 recruiting classes. You don't
But
have
it's
to have
player
the number.
development.
The number 1 recruiting doesn't matter. I mean, all those people. Notre Dame is a top 5 recruiting class every year. How good are they generally? They're not. People they promote these guys a lot of times, and just because they go to this particular school, they think they're better than they are.
Yeah, that's losing a lot of luster.
So
Notre Dame
it's
name though over the years.
yeah. Well, the Notre Dame name, but every year Notre Dame had a top 5 recruiting class,
Yeah.
and every year they weren't very good, or they weren't as good as their recruiting class supposedly was. So Alabama's always going to have an elite recruiting class. So is Georgia down south. Clemson's got its own. Clemson's got its own little nice spot there. They're far enough away from Alabama. They have the Carolinas and Virginia. In the ACC.
They go to Georgia and get recruits.
They can go into
They go to Georgia and get Trevor Lawrence and get Deshaun and get those guys that they need.
I see somebody.
They go to Alabama and get Peter Woods. Guys, David, you're going to hear the name Peter Woods, by the way.
Okay.
Best linebacker in the country. The guy's an animal. You'll hear Peter Woods.
There's a guy who's requesting my opinion on the Bears and the Patriots over-unders before week 1. I will tell you.
Preseason?
No, for the season totals.
Oh, season totals. Okay.
I have a very difficult time seeing New England going over. New England's schedule's tough. I believe they're far and away the least talented team in their division. Miami losing Jalen Ramsey's a big blow, by the way, for Dolphins fans. Like I said, the Dolphins are definitely the stay away team on season totals in that particular
like Matt
spot.
said, they're both 7.5.
So I would not be tempted to touch. If I'm playing New England, I'm playing New England under. I will tell you, I think the Bears actually had the best offseason of any team in the NFL. They upgraded tremendously everywhere. The Bears do not play a very difficult schedule. Matter of fact, the Bears have one of the bottom 5 or 6 schedules in the NFL. I'm not sure how good a quarterback Justin Fields is. That's my dilemma with the Bears. If he's better than I think he is, the Bears will win that division. That's how much of an upgrade the Bears did. They drafted they drafted a stud offensive lineman in the first round, and Skoronski from Northwestern. They did, their offseason acquisitions were phenomenal. They got a number 1 receiver in DJ Moore now. They did lose Montgomery to Detroit, but I don't think Khalil Herbert's a drop off. They got Deontay Foreman from Carolina. I think he's just a guy, to tell you the truth. But Chicago's going to have Justin Fields going to have to throw the ball effectively for the Bears to go over their total.
Good luck with that.
The Bears to me are a stay away, but if you put a gun to my head, I'd probably play them over. I'm not touching the Bears myself. Their schedule is too manageable, and I'm one of those teams between the NFC South and the NFC North. One of those teams is going to blow up and be 12-5. Don't know which one. I wouldn't be stunned if it was the Bears. It would not floor me. There's a couple. It stunned me if Green Bay did it. It stunned me if Minnesota did it. It wouldn't stun me if the Bears did it. It wouldn't stun me if Detroit did it. It wouldn't stun me if Atlanta did it. I can't see Carolina doing it, but Carolina's got the best defense of any of those 8 teams. That Carolina defense is very, very good, but they have nothing at wide receiver. I'm not a Miles Sanders fan, to tell you the truth. I think they overpaid for him. I really hate to rely on a rookie quarterback with nothing at wide receiver and kind of a shaky running back who had a career year last year, but had always had fumbling problems coming into the season. But I can see the Bears being better than I think they are.
And it's 7.5.
It's 7.5. I'm.
What'd they have last year? 5?
Oh no, the Bears I think won 3 last year.
3? I can't remember.
No, the Bears won. Yeah, they won 3.
I don't remember.
The Cardinals did get one back in the second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks like a Dylan Carlson says hello with a double.
But yeah,
What's that?
I see the way you say it. I love it. That's great.
Dylan Carlson.
Yeah.
The Hall of Fame game is kicked off, guys. And Cleveland has the worst quarterback in the world in at backup quarterback for him in Kellen Mond.
I never even heard of him.
Remember Kellen Mond, Damian?
yeah. See, actually, he's not that bad. Texas A&M
Oh,
quarterback.
God, he was awful at A&M.
He's not that bad.
Oh, he was awful.
He is not that bad.
He's Jared Stidham Jr. Oh,
Well, Jared Stidham had a 300-yard game for the Raiders last year against the Chiefs.
they must have gave him some extra Wheaties or something for that.
But,
You know what else he had, David? He had 11 sacks in a game against Clemson. Jared Stidham did. How do you get sacked 11 times? Woo!
He had one good game last year, right?
Yeah,
He did.
that was his blind squirrel finds a nut game for sure. But yeah, Kellen Mond in at quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. It makes my under feel a little more juicier now. I'm liking it more.
We need.
I'm gonna tell
What's
you
the
this
score of the
game-
Yankees game?
I'm going to tell you this
Still
game's going to
3-2.
go over.
Okay, I'll take it. Right.
Same.
I'd like to see that as a final.
Live line's 11.5.
Okay. Went
least-
down one. Was 12.5.
I bought it up to 11.
Okay, I like it. All right. See, as we speak,
it's
I've got a little horse action going
4-1
on the
after
show.
2 now.
First time I've ever played the horses on the show,
Horses.
I got
We
what
the Hall of Fame game.
and we
Come on.
got Woodbine. Wait, I bought both. This is great. I'm betting horses, talking sports, betting sports.
Yeah.
Doesn't get much better than that on a Thursday evening,
Okay.
right?
Glad you're happy.
I am happy.
The horses on a Thursday
Life
night.
is. Let me tell you a little secret.
Horses are 24/7.
Life is good in my world.
Okay.
Things are good.
That's a secret.
that's a little
I'm
bit of-
guessing
Usually not.
Cleveland gets a big play to get down inside the 30, but I'm guessing
We got a
it's going
little
to be a flag.
flagoo.
I'm going to guess
Flag.
it's going to be a motion.
holding,
I'm going to say it's a
Flagoo.
motion penalty.
Holding.
Actually, I think it was a motion penalty.
offense.
It's not going to be a holding penalty. This flag came out too early. It's got to be a motion penalty.
Woodbine, Mr. Riffy. Riffy, you got to get that connection back. However you got to do it, you got to get that connection back to Woodbine. We're gonna go someday, so we need that connection back.
Woodbine. You act like we know where that's at.
Toronto.
How was I supposed to?
So, I'm not gonna share this story, but Mr. Riffy has a connection
Okay.
of a place to stay in
Yeah.
Canada.
Okay.
So when we go to
So you're
Toronto,
trying to wrap it into a horse race. I get
yes,
it.
because it's expensive to go up there. I need a place to stay. So I want him to handle that connection, so we have a place to stay.
That was on the JETS Jets, wasn't it? That was a flag.
It was
Now you got to
offsetting-
remember,
Offsetting
I don't know if
penalties.
we're behind what they're watching on
Yeah,
TV.
we're a little bit behind, but it's all right.
It was offsetting penalties.
Oh, offsetting.
So where does the ball stay?
Oh, actually, well, the personal foul now takes precedence, I believe,
Oh,
over
So
a
they
5-yard
backed him up
penalty.
a little bit. They backed him
Yeah,
up.
that's
So-
true.
Is this the first series?
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
Yeah, it's great to see. Oh, look at that. There's no need.
Oh,
What are you doing?
Idiot.
Yeah, what are you doing?
He hits him as he runs out of bounds.
I thought it was a great call.
Well, yeah, it's a good call, but what are you doing?
Oh, I liked it.
Jeez, he was wide open.
Yeah.
Cleveland's inside.
I think we
No,
could have completed that one.
This is one of those things I tried to tell you. Those
It's
those
early.
teams played. I told you. I gave you the information. You chose not to accept it. These
Well, it's
teams played-
early.
these
It's
teams-
early.
they-
It's early.
God, that
games
was the
went
best
over.
pass I've ever seen Kellen Mond make in his life.
I don't even know who that is.
I don't expect you to. He was a
Okay.
Texas A&M quarterback from about 4 years ago.
And he's been in the league that long?
I don't know. I'm surprised to see him. I thought I'd have found him in the European
Is this
league.
their backup or their second string?
Oh, he's,
Our
he's-
third
he's the
string.
Probably
backup for
backup.
Cleveland.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is he third string?
No, I think he's second.
Yeah, El Stuffo. Thank you very much. They'll hold him to a field goal.
How about a missed field goal for the under
For the
guys?
I'm fine for 20 to 14.
The under guys with a missed field goal.
Yeah, we need to
Hey,
land on 34 exactly.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, then we all win.
Oh, David says 96 Breeders' Cup was at Woodbine.
Yeah, Woodbine. David went.
Really?
David went. Yeah, he went.
Oh, it's not. Oh,
And David, didn't you go to a CFL game that that I think he was telling us he went.
Oh, that was the year he went to the
They all went to
CFL
the
game?
racetrack that he was with the next day, and he went to
Okay.
the CFL game. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that's when he, yeah. I'm
Matt
pretty sure.
saying Lovey couldn't even make Illinois a reasonable team. Well, that's true.
Yeah. 3rd and 10.
Maybe that makes it.
3rd and 10. Guys, are we way ahead of you? Are you
No,
way behind you?
No, it's not. I'm looking at the real
Okay.
time.
All right.
It's probably a play behind.
Okay.
But
Right.
that Lovey not making them a reasonable team makes it even more remarkable what the Illinois coach is doing now. What's his name? The hefty guy.
Oh,
Former-
Brett Bielema.
Bielema. Yeah, that's what makes it more remarkable what Bielema's doing now. I like to see it. I watched a throwback game from 15 years ago when Ohio State lost to Illinois. It was
There's
great.
a sack. There'll be about a 50-yard field goal.
Yeah, the undergods have spoken, David. The undergods said, "Go ahead and kick your 56-yard field goal."
You know, like I remember when Illinois got rid of Ron Zook, and
Yeah.
everybody wanted them to get rid of Ron Zook. Ron Zook was the only guy that could recruit actual NFL caliber talent to that school.
Why did everybody want to
Illinois,
get rid of Alonzo?
I have no idea. Illinois just doesn't realize that they're Illinois. They're not Michigan. They're not Ohio State.
Yeah.
They're not Wisconsin. You know, Wisconsin's more of a name
But
school
I
than
mean,
Illinois.
to their defense, nobody is nobody until they're somebody.
No, Illinois has never been
I
anybody.
never.
It's like
thought,
saying you're
ever.
wrong until you're right.
Illinois has never, and they missed the
but
field goal.
it's true.
And Illinois has never been anybody in college football. They've never been a threat for anything. No, they're not going to get those elite athletes. They're just not.
Riffy,
Dabo Sweeney has taught me anybody can turn it around.
just to let you know, I
That's
have
what he's
I have the
Clemson was a-
4-horse
Clemson at least
at
won a,
Woodbine.
Clemson
Just
at
letting
least
you know,
won
in case you're
a
watching.
Clemson at least won a national championship before Dabo Swinney.
I get it.
Illinois has been nothing ever,
I get it.
ever.
Is that ESPN?
Illinois sucks.
Game's not on ESPN.
What is it on?
It's on NBC.
NBC.
It's not
They're-
NBC.
So
Well-
how do you get it?
It's a website, and the number one rule of the website is
Okay.
you don't talk about the website.
Okay. So I actually have the NFL app, and it gives me the local whatever, so I can watch that on my phone through the NFL app. Just letting you know.
All right. Congratulations, David.
Maybe you'll share that website with me.
No,
No?
because it
Okay.
It
All right.
makes it where it won't be free anymore.
Can't even share it with your good buddy.
Yeah.
I got
well,
it.
I mean, not.
I'm not in the
I'm
club.
not
I
sharing
got
it
it.
on the
I'm not.
air.
I'm not. I know. I'm not in the club though.
No, you're not. I'm
I'm
not in
not
the club
sharing it
either.
on
If
the
it
air.
I
makes you feel any
understand. I'm
better.
just saying I'm not in the club.
That really is the number one rule of the website is you don't talk about the website
I get it.
because then it will no longer be free.
Yes, I get it. I'm with you. I hear you barking.
So you're in the middle of a horse race, are you?
Yep.
All right. How we looking? What do you got?
Not good. I bet the 6-horse at 20-1. He's coming on the outside. I bet
Okay.
the 6-horse at 13-1 on the outside to win $2. Here he
No.
comes. Is he gonna get there? They're not gonna gun down the 3-horse.
No.
Nah, the
No.
3-horse is long.
The 3
El
horse is the
Gone.
favorite.
Yeah.
He-
Chalk.
He might
It's
get.
chalk,
he might,
chalk,
No,
chalk.
he ain't gonna get. He might.
Nah.
No, he ain't gonna. No, he faded.
He might get second.
I wonder, does anybody know the numbers on like if you just you know
I
you bet a
read.
1.5 favorite.
Huh?
1.5 to 1 favorite.
Okay.
You just bet the chalk on 10 races at a track.
Well, that horse was 3-1.
3-1 chalk.
No, yeah,
That's some dang good chalk.
that was a good chalk. Yeah,
Dang.
that's some good chalk.
That's some good chalk there. A 3-1 chalker.
Rafael Hernandez Jr. aboard. He used to be the leading rider here at Fairmount Park locally till he got discovered
No.
and went on to do nice
So
things.
when you
in
get
Canada.
discovered, you don't come back to Fairmont, huh?
You don't come back to Fairmount unless you're terrible, and he's not terrible.
Okay.
He's one of the leading riders, and ever since he left, he went to Kentucky, then Florida, and then he found his home in Woodbine in Canada, and he's crushing it up there.
Hey, where's the closest buggy races?
David, we need help with that.
Yeah.
David
I
would
thought
know
you
that. Chicago probably.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd like to go see the buggies one
You hear that, David?
day.
Hey, the State Fair in Springfield, DeCoin and Springfield have state fairs or have fairs that run the buggies
Really?
Yeah.
Where do they run them at?
on the ground. They have a racetrack on the grounds.
They can't be real big though.
That's half mile. I think they're
Really?
half-mile tracks. Yeah,
Oh.
you run harness half-mile tracks. Yeah, yeah.
A little baseball update. We got 4-1 still in the 20s and the Cards, 2-3 in the Astros, Yankees still. Brewers are smashing the heck out of the Pirates, of course. And Cubbies get a run in the first, so it's 1-1, David.
Yeah.
It's 1-1.
Hey, how about this?
Are they out of the first though?
All four? No,
2 out, runner on
two out.
second.
Yeah. So all 4 day games today. Every single game goes under. Unders were 4-0 today.
Wow.
Getaway day.
Yep.
If you'd bet all the overs last night.
Last night you'd have made a fortune. There were 10 overs.
Yeah.
10 overs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 overs.
Dodgers scored all their runs last night early. You know, that game was a rip-off last night. I bet the over live, David. They score 8 runs through 2.5 innings, right?
Okay.
I'm thinking I bet over 13, right? They got 8 through 2.5 innings. I need 5 more, Damian. The whole game. No, let's just score 3 more. The whole game.
Oh.
3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. The whole game. Unreal. So.
Well, Zach Wilson remembered he's Zach Wilson. Just falls down on a scramble.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers got the headset on. You see that? Aaron Rodgers with the headset. I like it. Looks like a coach. Yeah, Zach Wilson's awful. I remember when they drafted him. I said, did y'all not watch that game against Coastal Carolina? He was awful against Coastal. Coastal didn't have much of a defense, but Zach Wilson was terrible.
Terrible.
He was.
Terrible.
Against Coastal Carolina. I think that was a Friday night game. I think it was. I like those Friday night games, those Sun Belt games. Gives us something to bet on a Friday night. I like it.
Hey, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back and finish up.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Why don't we do that?
We'll be back in 2 minutes, guys.
Sounds good.
I've got a golden ticket.
That's a winner!
Are we back? We're back.
And we are
We're
back
back.
here
We're
at
back.
DraftKings at Casino Queen. A little Hall of Fame action, some MLB taking shape. And the Under God's looking good for the Hall of Fame game so far. I think we got 2 drives and 2 no scores. So let's keep the Under
We got the
Gods
under,
alive.
but we still need to hold that Yankee game under 9.5, under 9.
Yeah, I got 11. I moved it to 11 on here, so on mine.
But not on mine, you didn't.
I couldn't. It wouldn't let me.
Okay.
They didn't give me the option. But
All right. That's okay.
nevertheless, we're at 5 runs in the Yankees game. Got to stay under 11, under 9 for David. And rest of my tickets looking good though. Under
Yeah, let's see
11
what else I
Yankees.
got on the ticket.
Brewers money line, Twins -1, Cubs over 8, Angels over 6, and Dodgers over 7.
I did bet the Jets to win by 7 to 13 points. I got plus 370.
Why are you doing these goofy ass bets?
What are you talking about? It's a Hall of Fame game. It's all goofy.
No, there's more goofy bets than the Jets to win 7 to 13. We don't even know who's going to win the game. First off, then you narrow it down to a 6-point margin. I don't like it, Dave.
Okay.
I don't like it. I hope you win,
All right.
but 7 to 13.
Well, I will say this: all my bets on this parlay that
Oh, that's a penalty.
Hey, all my bets on the 4-teamer you put together for me, John.
Huh?
Everything looks good except the Yankee game. 3-2 under 9.
Really?
I got the over. I got the Twins to win. They're winning 4-1 in the third. Under 34.5 in the game, in the football game.
Okay.
Over 7.5 in the Pittsburgh-Milwaukee game. It's 5 to 1.
6 runs.
I got 6 runs. I need 2 more runs in 4 innings.
Yeah.
And under 9 in the Astros-New York game. It's 3-2 in the fourth.
Yeah. So let's hang on to that.
That's settled down.
Hear me out.
Okay.
Let's hang on to that Yankees one. If it gets to the bottom of the 5th, top of the 6th, and it's still 3-2, you can hedge with an over 8.
I could hedge with an over 8.
Yeah, it'll go to 8.
Yeah. Yeah, because that ticket's worth quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's keep an eye on that. Let's not forget about it. They're trying to make sideline throws into. Oh, they
Flag.
threw the flag.
It's the only way they're going to move up the field.
Kellen Mond. He
I
played a
almost
game
bet.
against
I
Clemson
almost
in
bet the
2019.
under 6.5 for the first quarter. I didn't do it.
Under 6.5. Yeah, that's a tough one. I'd like 7.5.
Well, yeah, but you got to like ridiculous juice, right?
Parlay it, my man.
So wait, tomorrow, just a reminder:
Oh, yeah.
UFC winner Evan Elder joining us tomorrow on 590 The Fan at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. He's going to be in studio. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Micah Mills.
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
got his first career win a couple of weeks ago.
In the UFC.
Yeah.
He was 7-0 before he went to the UFC.
In what?
In professional fights. There's professional, and then
I
there's
know
the
different
UFC,
leagues. I just didn't know what it
Bellator.
was.
Yes, but he was 7-0 before. Now he's 1-2.
Nice.
Yeah, and he got his first fight ever. It was a fill-in, and he had to do a weight up a weight class. So he lost that one.
Yeah.
He was winning the one when I was at Oakland. The one I bet he was winning that one. He got cut, and then he got his first win. I can't wait to talk to Evan tomorrow. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Those of you like UFC, it's gonna be all UFC tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Michael will be in studio with us too.
Yeah.
Michael, give us some picks. We got a good fight Saturday.
I had Crawford winning that fight. I won pretty good. Had my buddy bet it.
What was
bet
the
it big.
what was the
He
line?
was minus 160.
Okay.
I laid the 160.
Micah
I really
Mills,
just thought
just text
Crawford
me.
was
Let's see
going to
what
win
Mike
that
has to
fight
say.
and win it easily.
Yes.
I didn't expect him to win it as easily as he did. Evidently, it was just one hell of an ass whipping. It was a one-sided beatdown. But,
Yeah. An interesting one coming up this weekend, though. Jake Paul and Nate Diaz, right?
I have no interest in Jake Paul.
Okay.
So
I know. I get it.
That's my thing. I have zero interest. He's fighting a UFC guy. This is a boxing match. I mean, the UFC fight guys are just generally not going to do very well in just a flat boxing match.
Right.
They're
Did you see
used
the
to everything
documentary
else.
on Netflix on what's his name? Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot his name. What the?
Jake Paul took advantage.
No, not
of,
Jake Paul.
He took,
Conor McGregor.
yeah,
Okay.
Did you see the
no,
documentary?
I don't like him either.
Yeah, I know, but you'd like
But-
the documentary. It was good.
Jake Paul had, he fought
Another flag.
he fought the St. Louis guy who was a UFC fighter and beat the daylights out of him. It's just a boxing match is completely different than fighting UFC. Jake Paul has a lot more experience boxing. Jake Paul's going to win the fight.
There's a
probably very
documentary on him
easily.
how he got famous.
So
If you didn't know that.
yeah, I have no. Jake Paul's just a jackass who he did a good job making himself important and famous and rich. But
Wasn't he part of that inventing that sports drink, the Prime drink?
I don't know. I don't care.
Was that Jake Paul?
I don't care.
Tell him how you really feel, Davey.
I have, like I said, these influencers or whatever who figured out a way to do no work and make a lot of money. You know,
Logan
that-
Paul.
well,
Yeah, Logan Paul.
Well, I think there's a Jake too. I think it's his brother. But
Right.
I just back when we were younger, these people would be laughed off the face of the earth. And now everybody seems to think that they're important and they care what they think. And how on earth these people who are nobodies became influencers. A lot of these became influencers and became rich and have no idea what they're doing half the time. They just do stupid things to get attention on the internet.
It
And
worked.
then they get famous, and then they make a lot of money because they do stupid things to get attention on the internet.
It worked.
It does work, but it's really sad that the younger generations think that these people are cool. I guess is to use for the lack of a better term. I have little hope for our future.
Yeah?
Yeah,
You got to find some hope somewhere, Damian.
man. Kids today.
Kids today.
Get off my lawn.
Kids today. Lose my number.
Man, they get dumber and dumber. The only thing the kids know now is, I can look it up on Google.
Well, that's
Well,
true.
And it's true,
Yeah.
but they don't think they don't need to know anything. They just look it up on Google and
How did we
and
get
you
to
hope
this?
Google's right.
Are we running really that out? The stuff to talk about? Kids these days.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn.
Don't care about that stuff. But, no, it's oh man.
What are we gambling on?
I've already-
We can gamble on whether you get off his
my
lawn or not.
gambling my gambling today
How
is
many
not
kids
off
are going
to
to
a
get on
good
Damian's
start.
lawn?
Yeah.
Newt Bar and both Newt Bar and Goldschmidt have struck out twice looking. So
Wow.
it's not good when that
Not
happens.
good.
Wow.
I want to know what's going on with the Yankee game.
So Mr. Sonny Gray is getting cruising through pretty good. 4 strikeouts through 3 innings for Sonny Gray.
Sonny
The
Gray.
Twinnies pitcher.
Yep.
The Twins pitcher.
He's not. The Cardinals are horrible.
Well, that's why I wanted to take the Twins at minus 130.
Reds have second and third with 2 outs. Votto did line out his first time up, so that one's not looking too good for me either. The only other thing, I will tell you that I've made a lot of money this week betting against the U.S. women. They've not covered any of their games.
Oh, really?
And I'm betting
Yeah,
against
they
them.
hadn't covered anything.
And I'm betting against them on Sunday.
Who are they playing Sunday?
Sweden.
Oh, wow.
So that's my buddy was laughing at me because I'm not watching any of the Women's World Cup because I can't stand the U.S. women's team, so I
Right.
refuse to watch any of the Women's World Cup. But I hit 8 out of 9 bets going into last night, and then I lost.
Wow.
I lost the over in the Germany game. It was 1-1
Wow, that's
at halftime.
impressive.
1-1 at halftime, and it
And
finished
went-
at 1-1?
And it finished at 1-1.
Oh, God, that's sick.
I needed
yeah.
one more goal
Oh.
in the second half, and so I was. And the only thing I bet so far in the next round was I did bet Sweden. I'm not watching enough of that stuff to even, but I will bet.
That's on
against the
late at night,
Americans.
though, right?
Yeah, it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
The U.S. has
I'm
to.
not awake at 3 o'clock in
The
the
U.S.
morning.
has to win the game in regulation for me to lose.
Wow.
So they have to actually win the game in regulation.
Yeah.
So if it goes to overtime, I win the game. I win the bet.
Yeah, I didn't understand that in soccer, where you have
Yeah,
to win in
soccer.
the first 90 minutes to win.
Well, yeah,
So
I
I
mean, you
win
get
the
added
game
time,
in
but
penalty kicks, right? I'm happy. I win the game. I win the bet.
if they
And
win,
it never changes my
Nope.
balance.
Nope, you lose.
And I'm like, what is going
If
on?
they win in,
I
if they
messaged my
win in-
bookie and say, hey, can you correct this? He said, my advice, don't bet soccer.
Yeah, if you don't, yeah. If they don't win if they win in overtime, you still lose. It's just the first 90 minutes
Hey,
and
Tony.
added time of the 90 minutes.
What up, the man on the street?
I got under 34.5. I moved it a point.
The man on the street, Tony C.
Yeah. Yeah.
When are you gonna join? Hey, when are you gonna join us again?
Yeah, we got football season coming up. We got to get it rolling.
Have you ever heard Tony C? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
A man on the street, Tony C. Hey, he's,
I'm
he's
gonna
a character.
starting this weekend, and
He's the only one so far to fall asleep on the show.
how does anybody fall asleep sitting next to Clemson John?
Yeah.
Well,
that's a
he
miracle
was
in
technically
itself.
listening to Micah Mills, but when he fell asleep,
Oh.
he says, "I don't know anything about that UFC. I don't know anything about that UFC. Yeah, I took a little napsy on the show." Otherwise, wears sunglasses so he can go to sleep anytime he wants.
So I'm
He
gonna,
just said, if you go back and watch the show, it's like this.
I don't
He didn't move. He didn't move for like 20 minutes.
know.
He
I
took
might
a little napsy. He
I
said.
don't know if anybody knew that.
I
David.
might do
Well,
that.
they know now.
I might do that next time they talk horse racing or auto racing. I might just.
That's
Oh,
all
we
right.
don't really talk
myself.
auto racing.
Yeah. Just talk
Nobody
about
talks that.
You were threatening to talk auto racing.
No, I was
already-
threatening.
I was already
no.
starting to doze off. when
Let's
you did
clarify.
that.
I was threatening to bet it.
That's even worse.
I don't think so. Betting anything makes it more fun to watch,
Oh.
right?
Auto racing used to be watchable.
Mm,
Why is it different now?
All the guys are done. They're
Well,
not
Well,
racing.
there are
they-
what we
they-
remember.
You don't know any of the
They,
racers.
they
anymore.
angered the fans.
And they angered the fans. They moved the races out of the
They
southeast and put them in the middle of
They really
Michigan or in
angered
the middle of
fans. Then
Idaho
they started.
or
Then they
something,
started
you know?
taking PC stances, and they just
Yeah.
And it
Okay.
and it really angered a lot of the hardcore fans. And
Yeah, it's just, and then the racers are, you don't know any of them anymore. You know,
So-
Tony Stewart, Dale Jr., and
Look at the
all
Cu-
these guys don't exist anymore.
look at the Cubs game. So Cincinnati just went to minus 160 in one jump. There must be men on base for Chicago.
They got out of the inning.
they got out
Oh.
of the inning. It's 1-1 going to the bottom of the inning.
Wow, because I got plus one. I think 140. Now they're at plus 160. Since he's plus 160.
Well, that's because they didn't score, so now the Cubs have the extra at bat.
Now they just went down to 155. This live betting it's I'm finding it. I didn't really get
Like-
into it, but I kind of like it now.
Chances are it's like an 0-2 count on the first Cubs hitter. You know, I'm just.
Well, who's up to bat?
I'll flip it up on there.
Bottom of the
It's-
second?
Yeah, it's 1-2. It's a 1-2 count right now on the. See,
Is it the bottom of the second?
Yeah, there's nobody on.
Oh,
Nobody
nobody
started
on.
the
Okay,
inning.
Okay.
it was 0-2.
Nothing
Now it's
exciting
They just
yet.
went to plus 170. The Reds did.
Maybe they made a
So
mistake.
my guess is now it's 2-2. Maybe there was a base hit.
David Sanders says also Oak Grove
Oak Grove.
in Kentucky.
But how far is
So is that
What's
another-
he said? John asked what was the closest.
Is that horse
harness
racing?
Yeah, it's harness racing.
Oh, harness
Yes,
racing.
it's horse racing, but it's
Oak
the buggies. You might even like the buggies, Damien.
No, I've seen them. Don't like them.
Ain't gonna do it. He says not gonna do it. Not gonna do
He
it.
said, "You're not going to
I-
trap me into
I
this,
can do it.
David."
I'm
Give
gonna
it a break.
let that be your area of expertise, and
No.
I'll just sit quietly as you
Oh,
discuss it.
Okay.
Oh,
So
Dave,
Oak Grove is down Highway 24 near the Kentucky-Tennessee
4.5 hours away. Mr.
Kentucky,
Riffy,
Tennessee.
Mr. Riffy just said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the way to Nashville.
But what's the closest?
I don't.
It's got to be DuQuoin, Illinois.
No, Springfield's closer than DuQuoin.
Is it? Oh, then Springfield. 2.5 hours.
Springfield's 2 hours.
2 hours. Yeah. 2 hours.
From it's probably
No,
an
it's
hour,
an hour and a
50
half
minutes.
from here.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
here. Yeah, I live out
Yeah.
west, out in St.
So
Peter's.
maybe we'll jump up to Springfield, some buggy races.
Your Milwaukee
I
went
go to
over. It's
Springfield all the
8-1,
time.
by the
Yeah.
way.
Man.
You didn't know they had buggy races? Yeah. Springfield. David says Springfield. Okay. There we go.
Milwaukee's up 8-1, so good news for you guys there.
That's already hit the over.
Yeah, well, that was going to hit anyway.
Lock them in.
But
Now
we need to
the-
keep this
the Yankees
Yankees game
under 9.
Hey, 2.5 innings, no
Still
runs.
3-2, yep.
Three innings, no runs, David.
I like it.
We've got through.
They moved the over-under
18
back down to
outs.
9.5.
Yeah.
Yes.
18 outs and no runs with the Yankees game.
So
That's good.
if you took it at 12.5 when it went up to 12.5,
Pretty good.
like that.
The Jets are at a commercial again. They probably had another beautiful. Oh, they got a field goal.
Jets 3-0.
They got a field goal on us. They
All
did.
right.
Greg Zerline with a 54-yarder.
I think that what are the Jets to win it
Greg
all this year?
Zerline's got to be 137 years old.
What's the Jets to win it all this
They're
year?
about 20-1.
Would you
He's
think that's a terrible
35.
bet?
No.
35 years old. He just-
That's a terrible bet
No, it's not a terrible
Jets to
bet.
what?
to win it all. this year.
To win a Super
Their
Bowl?
defense is amazing.
I understand. I know who Sauce Gardner is. I know who everybody else is. I watched Sauce when he was at Cincinnati.
It is the best in the NFL on paper, right? So
Yeah, Giants is pretty good. Giants
No,
are pretty
yeah,
good
but
defensive
Giants aren't
line.
going to the Super Bowl.
The Giants
A
are
defensive
not.
line is
The
pretty
Giants are not one of the best defenses in the NFL. They're in the bottom half of defenses
Really?
in the NFL.
good. Yeah,
Yes.
I doubt that.
Yes. The
Dexter
Giants-
Lawrence is incredible.
Yeah, of course, he's a Clemson guy.
He is. Dex in the
Yes.
middle of that line.
Yes.
He gets a double team every
Yes,
play.
Dexter Lawrence is good. The rest of the defense is not. So no, don't. The Giants defense is, of the 4 teams in their division, they have the weakest of the 4 defenses.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Reds are only plus 125 now. What's going on there?
I guess the Cubs went down in order, or no, 1 and 2. So.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
you
You could have got
Reds to
the
win.
Reds at plus 170. Now they're plus 125.
Well, yeah, that's
So
what happened.
yeah,
I know. I'm just saying. I like the under in the Mariners Angels
If-
game,
I
and
guess
it's minus 103 for the under.
if you all remember,
Tony's
but-
pitching too.
I know.
yeah,
I like
Ohtani's
the
pitching.
under.
I told you all when the NFL season totals came out, I bet the Giants under immediately when I saw their schedule. So they're, and their totals dropped a full game plus added minus juice. So it's not a pretty team.
John, I could hit this 4-teamer if they can keep that Yankees game under
But
9.
you need the Reds to win too, right?
No, different parlay.
Oh, that's the one I put
the
together.
one you put together.
I didn't take the Reds.
No, I said the one you put together for me.
Yeah.
Interception Jets. Jets.
Oh, no. That's not good for our under. No. They're going to have the ball in Cleveland territory.
Saquon Barkley did.
That's my 7 to
come-
13 points.
It was
Jets to win it all.
It was a fumble, by the way.
Oh, is he
Cleveland.
down?
No, he's not down.
Dang it.
That ball's moving in his
Dang
arms.
it, I didn't see it.
Saquon Barkley did agree to a contract, which tremendously helps the Giants. I was kind of hoping that
If he can stay healthy.
if he stays healthy, yeah, the Giants have nothing behind him, by the way, at running back. So,
They have any receivers?
well, they did pick up Darren Waller, and
Oh, okay. That's a big pickup.
that's a big pickup. And I know they signed one in free agency. I'm drawing a blank on who it was.
I need Zach Wilson to turn this ball over. Finds the running back for 5-6 yards. Dang it.
But
What yard line are they on?
The
the
Cleveland.
25, I think, at Cleveland.
Ah.
It's whatever.
Deep in territory.
You would like it for your over.
I would.
Yeah.
It's good to be watching some football.
It's all-
We're getting close.
Because as you all know, it's all about me.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
you've been on a long drive in the desert, David.
Well, we
And
got
you're
that.
at the end. You can see down the runway. You can see the football season's here.
We do have
What?
this one locked in of the 4-teamer. The
You wanna tell me
Pittsburgh
which one it is?
Pittsburgh
Pittsburgh
Milwaukee
over.
over. It's already in over
Yeah.
7.5. You
I
got
know.
that one locked up. And the under in the Jets game looks good. And the Twins, what do we got?
They're up 4-1.
They're up 4-1. And
Yep.
then so we got it really right now we're on Yankees alert for the under.
Who put that ticket together?
You
for
did.
Oh, okay.
It's not over yet. But that is $36 to win $313.
I was thinking about putting one more in there to make it 600.
No.
It's pump the brakes.
It's hard enough to win one, much
Yeah.
as 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
it's
some-
hard
I
enough
got
to
some
win a
good ones in
4-teamer, yeah.
All right.
I like the Twins tonight. I like this under. I like the Brewers. I just need to keep this one. The Yankees under. All right, so we got a 4th down. Looks like we're going to be having a 43-yard field goal. Let's miss it again.
Let's end the show on the field goal.
Yeah, let's miss it again.
Well, let's miss it again.
All right. Let's miss another field goal. Zerline.
Damian needs the field goal.
Zerline's
Yeah, I
only 30. Well, we don't.
I want
I
the field
know.
goal. Like I said, it's all about you.
You haven't figured that out by now yet, Damian?
All right, here's Zerline. 45 years old. I thought he was older.
He's 45?
He's not
35.
45.
35.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
he's
like,
not
no
35.
way.
I'm sorry.
No way.
35.
Greg the Leg is 35.
I know. It feels like he's 45.
God, how long's he been in the NFL?
Feels like he's been in there 25
10
years.
or 11 years.
Miss it.
Right down the middle.
Dang.
Greg the Leg.
All right, Greg, the leg. Keep us under 34 and a half, and
under
we're happy,
6.5
guys.
is looking pretty strong right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
I
under
almost
6
took it. I
Almost
didn't
took
take
it.
it. Yeah, that would have been pretty
Yep.
huge.
All right, well, we need the Yankees under 9 for David, under 11 for me, under 34 and a half for both of us on the football game. Damien needs the over 33.
And we need the Twinkies
Yeah,
to hold on.
Twinkies are holding
If
on.
the game ends 20-14, everybody's happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2014.
So that's what I'm cheering for.
Hey,
2014.
that's me too. But that's hard to get. But we'll cheer for it
It is
nonetheless.
time for Damien to eat his lasagna.
Yep, Damien to eat the lasagna. Us
And
to look forward to next week.
I will tell you now, I will start doing some research on on some of these college football conferences and maybe give out.
Hey,
some
speaking of
potential,
conferences, you guys,
potential. Yeah,
we
there's
might
some
have a
major
new conference realignment next week
There you go.
with FSU and Clemson moving to the Big Ten.
That is not going to happen.
Why not?
The rights is not going to happen.
I know, but they're talking about paying it. The Big Ten, they're going to finance it. They're going to finance it.
It's still not going to happen because they're not going to be able to get the TV, the FSU and Clemson, the rights to the TV games, the home games for FSU and Clemson stay with the ACC. There is no chance that the Big Ten is going to be able to buy that out.
Yeah, they're talking about $30 million a year financing it. $30 million.
They might be able to They might be able to get. But they're not going to get the home games.
But if they pay for it, they'll release it.
No, they won't. No, the ACC is not going to release it. There's no chance the ACC is going to release that.
It's serious
Zero
talks.
chance.
If it happens, it'll probably happen in the next week or two.
There's a much better chance you see Washington and Oregon in the Big Ten than you see FSU and Clemson in the Big Ten. Much better chance. And Clemson academically is probably not strong enough to really get into the Big Ten. The Big Ten's very, very strict on academics. That's why Oregon State is not a potential, or Washington State is not a potential Big Ten school.
Yep.
So
we'll see what happens with that in the next week or two. But yeah, next week, David, we will have a big slate of preseason games and get into some more college football, guys.
All right.
We are close, but
Yep.
for now, we will see you guys next week.
Thanks for watching.
Good. See you next week.